All right. I've had some time to gather my thoughts here. Okay. Let me say, first of all, now that the season, which has been abysmal, is officially over, it sucks. It sucks because I look at what the Cowboys front office has done year after year, where they basically don't do anything to get better. I think about, when we ended up getting rid of Amari Cooper, okay? I didn't agree with it. D Law pretty much, they've shut him down. D Law is not going to play anymore for the Cowboys this year. And if he does play again, it'll be for somebody else. The foot just could not get there. So the Cowboys have had opportunities where they've been close. When you're a 12-5 team, that's when you should say, what can we do to make the team better to get over the hump to get there? You looked at last year and you said your failings were linebacker and defensive line, which have been the same failings we've had for all three of these 12-5 teams. And you can go back to the Tony Romo years. The biggest problem the Cowboys have had is running the football consistently in the playoffs. You can blame Dak all you want, but when it comes to playoffs, if you look at every game that we lost, we didn't get anything more than about 60 yards on the ground. Couple of those games, Zeke Elliott's your leading carrier, and he's got under 30 yards. And on the flip side, your defense has not been able to stop people on the ground. We get eaten up. We just do. And if you're a franchise and an organization, you should be looking at that and saying, okay, here's a major problem. We haven't been able to fix it through the draft all these years. Let's look at free agency and see what we can do to try and maximize our defensive front. And the Cowboys usually will have a few good players that you like, and they let them go. Now, I don't know that this season, if you brought in Derrick Henry and maybe a couple of the free agents, if that would have been enough with the amount of injuries that we've had. This team is completely decimated by injury. Literally, almost every one of your big name players have been done this year, with the exception of CD and Micah. But you think about Diggs being gone. You're thinking about Overshown. You think about Dak Prescott. You think about Brandon Cooks being out for a long period of time. You think about, Micah being out for 4 games. You think about, before the season even started, that Sam Williams was done, that Marshawn Nealon was out for a long period of time. You cannot sustain with no depth or very little depth that kind of injuries on a regular basis and think, oh, we're going to be okay. Yeah, it sucks because I know I've always told you guys the last few weeks, I keep saying the chances of us making the playoffs are nil. We're not going to play. I've said that over and over and over and over and over again. And I guess I haven't been practicing what I preach, because in my mind, though, it's like there's still a chance. There's still hope, even though it's not good hope. And as they always say, the most dangerous person in the world is somebody with nothing to lose. So I'm not going to say, because Eagle fans, I see how they're trying to revert this and trying to say, oh, well, we wanted to lose so that way we could kick the Cowboys out. That's bullshit. That is bullshit. Because you want to get the number 1 seed. You're going to tell me that losing to the Commanders so the Cowboys would be eliminated was more important than you trying to keep pace with the Lions? Bro. If anything, if you're an Eagle, you'd rather do your own dirty work. You'd rather win, keep pace with the Lions for home field advantage, and then knock the Cowboys off next week when you play them. No, if it was Hurts what was in, they would have blown Washington out. I don't know about that one, Dallas Cowboy girl. I'm not sure they would have blown them out. They weren't necessarily raising any Cain when he was in there. He was 1 for 4 on passes. But then again, maybe you're right. Touchdown Buffalo. So I think that's a crock of crap. And I'm not going to say that the Eagles ended our season. I should actually say that Washington winning ended our season. And I could even say our season was lost before the season even started because of Jerry and Stephen Jones. Meet when your season has been terrible and your $50 million quarterback is out, then yeah, losing it is the answer. Well, and ultimately at this point, you were better off that we aren't in the playoffs. I mean, people are going to say, oh, well, your revisionist history and stuff, you're hurt about it. You're damn right I'm hurt about not being in the playoffs. You're damn right I hate being watching the last couple of weeks of football and it doesn't matter what my team does. Yeah, it does. And anybody who says that it doesn't, they're not really a football fan. They're not really a football fan if it doesn't bother you that your team is out of it. So, congratulations, Washington, on getting the win. Eagles, you suck. You stink. You smell bad. And we'll talk next week. Leo says that's BS. Leo, okay. Don't shoot the messenger here, Leo. Leo, what I'm saying is, I literally go look on Twitter. Yeah, we wanted to end the Cowboy season. It's like you'd want to actually, you'd rather man up and be the ones that ended the season for them. That's when you want to do it. You don't want to, lose your position for the number 1 seed. No, that's what I said. That's a crock of crap. You'd rather go ahead and do it yourself next week. Yes, I'm hurt. I almost knocked my Christmas tree over. I know I am. I know it just killed me. The realization. And I knew. Here's the thing. You know that it's been over. We've known it's been over. Thing is, though, it's the finality of it. When it finally sinks in that, yeah, this really is it. All they had to do was win and win their division, and you had a chance to still fight for that first round thing. Won, but they lost that. Yeah. So, it is what it is. We lost. It's over. It's done. So, congratulations, Commanders. I'm hearing from a lot of them right now. So, there's that.